rice,
ame,
and again, rice,
Via,
pea,
ame,
Kiss.
rice, again,
Torsheti.
Rei,
Rainwater utilization. Love the earth. Palau, the underwater garden of the gods. Palau is a virtual paradise for divers. With more than 1,500 kinds of fish and 700 kinds of coral, its marine life creates a world of fantastic beauty. Coral is often called the forest of the ocean. These coral reefs make up the first step in the food chain by accommodating 1/4 of all marine creatures in the world, and also symbolize a crystal clear sea. But coral reefs are now at risk, and the threat is coming from rainwater. The reefs are being destroyed by sewage that flows into the ocean with rainwater as a result of irresponsible land development, and also by the declining salinity of the seas. Global warming is driving up the ocean temperature, creating torrential rains that dilute the salty seawater. Rainwater, recurring calamities, temperature abnormalities on the earth. Serious environmental hazards are posed by unnatural water phenomena. The astonishing beauty of Mount Kilimanjaro, the Himalayas, and other natural wonders is being eroded by change. Floods and typhoons are occurring more frequently across the world, but not a single country has identified the root cause or come up with fundamental remedies. And every year, the extent of flood damage continues to grow. On the other hand, however, rivers in urban areas are running dry. The thick layer of asphalt pavements over the earth heat up the atmosphere, building up to a potential catastrophe. Who have we to blame for this global warming other than ourselves? Across the world, 800 million people, or a third of the total population on Earth, are suffering from severe droughts caused by the higher temperatures. Among them, 25,000 people a day lose their lives due to hunger, lack of water, and diseases. And so does one child every 5 seconds. Rainwater, from disaster to blessing.
전 세계적으로 많은 사람들이 물 문제, 즉 홍수, 가뭄, 건천화, 그리고 수질 악화에 의해서 고통을 받고 있습니다. 근데 이런 것들은 모두 다 빗물에 관련된 것이고 빗물만 잘 관리한다면 이런 대부분의 문제를 해결할 수가 있습니다.
Beginning in the early 9th century, the Angkor dynasty flourished until the mid-15th century, enjoying a rich culture and a glorious civilization. Though one of the 7 wonders of the world, Angkor Wat is also special for another reason: the impressive man-made reservoir and waterways nearby. This reservoir is guessed to have been a great waterway network that controlled floods in the rainy season and stored water during the dry periods. It also seems to have served as the source of drinking water for the vicinity.
このアンコールワットの中心部分は雨水を溜めたんですけども、それは飲み水だけに使う。でこれは今でも世界でも変わらないんだけども、もうすでにそういうことを天から降ってくる雨っていうのは命の水だと。で我々は命を雨によって支えられてるっていうことを、アンコールワットの人たちは多分その頃は分かってたんだと思うんですね。
Records show that from 500 years ago, Koreans began measuring national rainfall with a rain gauge. Rainwater was used to control floods or droughts. In earlier times, people used to believe rainfall was a gift from the heavens and treasured it. Recently in Korea, a local residents group set up a rainwater utilization facility at a private home and proved its effectiveness. The storage tank can hold up to 4 tons of rainwater and is connected to the water pipe in the garden so that people can easily use the rainwater by just turning on the tap. The stored rainwater is mainly used for watering plants or cleaning the house. It is also used for doing laundry by hand or other simple jobs. We then conducted an experiment to see how effective rainwater is for washing the hair. The test compared results with rainwater, tap water, and mineral water. The same soap containing natural ingredients was used for all three kinds of water. The rainwater and mineral water began to produce soap suds first. Tap water, on the other hand, did not create much lather, as was the case in similar tests conducted in Japan. Afterwards, the tap water washed hair was much stiffer than the hair washed with rainwater or mineral water. Tokyo in Japan has developed an underground rainwater collecting facility. The local residents came up with the idea for the Roji-san, inspired by rainwater tanks, which were a traditional firefighting device. The new facility is to be used for extinguishing initial fires. The rainwater utilization facility is not expensive, as residents all share in the installation and management costs. The Roji-san uses rainwater by collecting what falls down the roof sides and storing it in an underground tank near the house. The 10 tons of water stored here can be easily used by drawing it up whenever needed with a manual pump. In case of emergencies, it can be used to put out fires or even for drinking when properly sterilized. A Roji-san also offers the residents a comfortable place to sit and chat with their neighbors. Early this year, the Seoul Metropolitan Government also announced new plans for rainwater management. The most noteworthy idea was a remote monitoring system that uses the internet and satellites. The critical factor in the system is the fact that using remote control, it can empty the rainwater tank in each building within just 5 hours. The water flowing out of these tanks will be directed to nearby streams or undercurrents to avert overflowing of the rivers. And the emptied tanks will hold rainwater again. It is a world-first technology that can prevent flood damage resulting from torrential downpours. The most meaningful out of all the rainwater utilization measures is education. And Korea's Dorim Stream Protection Program is a shining example. Middle school students taking part in the program meet once a month to study the waters of Mount Kwanok, all the way from its upper reaches down to the lower streams, and fill in their Dorim Stream's water quality examination sheets. The students then carry out their own environmental health assessments and monitor how man-made facilities became a threat to the stream. These programs will eventually open up the way for the whole community to understand the vital importance of rainwater use and to transform the way people think about rainwater. Students of Dorim Stream took part in the annual rainwater collecting contest in Taiwan. We live in a time when rain has become a bearer of calamities. People drown in floods, and land becomes barren from lack of rain. But still, our children dream. They dream that the next generation of mankind will surely treasure rainwater as a special gift from the heavens and draw on it to enjoy a truly blessed world that sings in harmony with Mother Nature.
If we manage rainwater very well, we can make a very sustainable society. Let's save the earth by doing proper management of rainwater. So we need to make international cooperation and network to do research and promotion of rainwater harvesting and management.
Rice.
Ame. Ame.
Again. Rice.
Pluvia.
Plu.
P.
Ame. Ame.
Kes. Ame.
Rice. Again.
Torshek. Kes. Torsheki.
Rain.
Rainwater utilization. Love the earth.